I kept my part of the bargain. The child recovered. Now, if you'll be kind enough to sign this note, you will have kept yours.
Let me get this straight. Now, you want me to sign something that says, on the 12th stroke of midnight on All Hallows Eve, you can come and take possession of my soul?
No, no, not me. My boss.
I cannot believe it's almost Halloween. You know, next to Christmas, that was my favorite when I was a kid. Trick-or-treating, scary costume. I loved it. You like scary movies?
Not particularly, no.
Boy, I do. Monsters, werewolves. Scarier the better.
Really like scary stuff, huh?
Like it? Oh, I love it.
You want to see something real scary?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking really, really scary.
Come on, I said I love it. Give me your best shot.
Okay.
You ready?
Come on, I'm ready. That's not funny, Jonathan.
I'm sorry, but you said you wanted to see something scary.
Oh, that's cute, cute. Hey, look, it's stopped raining.
Yeah, I know. This is where I get out.
What, you got an assignment?
Yeah, somewhere around here.
What kind is it?
I don't know yet. But you get us a place to stay, and I'll meet you later. And be careful, will you?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. It's a feeling I've got. Just be careful.
Jonathan!
Well, that's about it, Mr. Gordon. I have statements from 3 witnesses who all say there wasn't a thing you could have done to avoid it. It's clearly the kid's fault.
Cares whose fault it was. He's just a kid.
Yeah. Anyway, you can go now.
I think I'll stick around till he comes out of surgery, you know. Might need a blood donor or something, I don't know.
Suit yourself.
Dr. Lanigan.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Can you tell me how the little kid's doing who just went into surgery?
Are you a member of the family?
I'm the guy who hit him.
I see. I wish I had better news for you. He's in very critical condition. We're doing all we can.
Well, if he needs any blood or anything, I'm right here.
He's gonna need more than blood. He's gonna need a miracle.
Are you Mr. Gordon?
Yeah. How's he doing, Doc?
Stone. Jebez Stone. It's hard to tell at this point. I've just stepped into the case myself.
What are you, a specialist of some kind?
Well, you might say that. I specialize in certain kinds of transplants.
Listen, anything that kid needs, anything I have, you got it.
Anything?
Yeah, I mean, he needs a kidney, anything like that. I mean, you got it.
Well, that's very generous of you, Mr. Gordon, but are you quite sure you're willing to make such a sacrifice for a total stranger?
Doc, I swear by all that's holy, I will do anything. I will give anything to make sure that kid comes out okay.
Well, that's good to know, Mr. Gordon. I'll take you at your word and do my best.
I'll see you later.
Dr. Lanigan, report to emergency. Dr. Lanigan, report to emergency.
Hey, Doc? Doc. How's he doing? Is he gonna make it?
Yes, it's the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
It's great. I mean, you guys are fantastic.
I wish I could take credit for it, but I can't.
Well, it must have been a specialist, huh?
What specialist?
Well, you know, what's his name? Dr. Stone.
I don't know what you're talking about. I told you we'd need a miracle, and we got one. He's gonna be fine.
Jonathan.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, nothing, Doc. Thanks again. All right.
All right, gents, it's just the easiest thing in the world. I put the pea underneath the shell, and you find it. It's so easy a child could do it.
That one.
What I tell you, beat me fair and square a third time in a row. Well, friend, you're too good for me. Here's your money.
I'll go you one more. This time for some real money.
Oh, I don't know. That's quite a bit of money.
Hey, you said you'd match any amount.
All right.
Harold, that's a whole week's pay you just put up there. I know what I'm doing. Let her rip there, pal. It's that one.
Well, I'm entitled to win one once in a while, too. You know, I knew my luck had to change. Care to go one more?
I could have swore it was under there. Holy Harold. That was the rent money.
I'll stake you to another chance. As long as you promise to quit if you win.
Ah, yes. Social reformer's heart with the instinct of a gambler. I like that. I like you, son.
Mister, you win me my buddy back. And I'll never play this game again.
Okay. Looks like we go another round, Mr.
Barabbas. C.J. Barabbas. And you are?
Smith. Jonathan Smith.
Smith. A fine old name. All right, Mr. Smith, let's see the color of your money. Oh, my. Well, all right, gents, here we go again. It's just the easiest thing in the world, so easy a child could do it. All right, then, where is the little number?
Pick one, Harold.
Oh, my luck stinks, mister.
Not anymore. Go ahead, pick one.
Well, I'm sorry.
I did it!
Well, like you said, everyone's entitled to win once in a while.
I don't know how to thank you, mister.
All right, make sure you keep that promise. No more gambling.
Hey, don't worry, I won't. I won't. Let's get out of here, Steve.
Lucky guy. Of course, he could have picked this one. Or this one.
Just who are you, Pilgrim?
Oh, like I said, Jonathan Smith.
Well, Jonathan, you're good. You're real good.
Thank you very much.
I like you, son. I mean, I like you. Now, I haven't seen you in here before, have I?
No, I came here looking for you. To help you if I can.
Oh, a partner.
No, not a partner, just a friend. I was sent to tell you you're getting a second chance.
Second chance? For what?
Change your ways. There's a lot of good in you, C.J. Barabbas. Use it.
Hey, who are you?
A friend. Of a friend.
Good evening, Mr. Gordon.
What? Dr. Stone, what are you doing here? How'd you know where I live?
I'm not a doctor. Perhaps this will explain.
My soul. What, is this some kind of joke?
It is certainly no joke. You swore to me, Mr. Gordon, by all that's holy. Those were your exact words, that you would do anything you said, if the child would recover. Anything at all. Well, I kept my part of the bargain. The child recovered. Now, if you'll be kind enough to sign this note, you will have kept yours.
Wait. Let me get this straight. Now, you want me to sign something that says, on the 12th stroke of midnight on All Hallows Eve, you can come and take possession of my soul?
No, not me. My boss.
Oh. Your boss being the tall guy with the horns and the tail.
The tail, no. That's a rumor.
Okay, wacko. Out you go.
And you're reneging on your part of the bargain?
I said out!
Very well, then I shall renege on my part as well. I suggest you telephone the hospital to see how the little chap is doing now.
I said out.
When you decide to sign, you can find me at this address.
Get out of here.
Very well. I wouldn't wait too long to make that call. The poor little chap is fading quite rapidly. Good evening, Mr. Gordon. I trust I shall see you again.
You're gonna see my foot right in your keister if you don't get out of this building. I cannot believe that they let people like this walk the streets. Hello, I'm Mark Gordon. I wonder if you could tell me how Bobby Crawford's doing? Just now? How bad? Thanks. Stop!
Ah, Mr. Gordon, what a pleasant surprise. Well, actually not a surprise.
He's dying.
Who? Oh, the little boy. Indeed he is.
And you're telling the truth. You do work for him.
Mm-hmm.
And if I sign, the boy will be all right?
Mm-hmm.
Swear to God.
I'd rather not. After you sign, you can phone the hospital.
All right. I sign.
I rather imagined you would. Come with me.
I mean, this guy was for real, Jonathan. I mean, he had a cat there. His cat's name was Beelzebub, something like that.
Beelzebub.
Yeah. Anyway, you know who that cat used to be? It used to be his superior until he fouled up. And and you know who changed him into a cat?
Mark, how could you sign that paper?
Jonathan, I didn't have any choice. The boy was dying. The minute I signed the paper, he started getting better. The boy is fine now. That's all that matters. I played it cool, too. I didn't let on to this Stone character that I was connected.
What does that mean?
That means you, Jonathan. I mean, you're an angel. You got powers. You get me out of this.
Mark, look, I'm sorry, but when one of us runs into one of them, neither one of us has any powers against the other. It's sort of an arrangement.
What do you... Jonathan, don't say that. That guy is coming here tomorrow night with his boss at the 12th stroke of midnight. They're going to unseal that document, and they're going to take my soul. You know where they're going to take it.
I know. Don't worry. I'll think of something.
Don't worry. I mean, that's easy for you to say. Your ticket's already stamped for up there. That guy has a contract, Jonathan, that I signed that says I got a one-way ticket south. Jonathan, I hate the heat. I can't even take it when the air conditioner breaks down on the car.
I'm not going to let it happen, I swear to you.
You just said you haven't got any powers on this one.
I know what I said. There just might be someone who could help us.
Now, let me see if I got all this. Your fuzzy friend here sold his soul to the devil in order to save some kid.
Not so loud, huh?
And you two want me to help you con the devil in order to get back this contract. And you're an angel.
Right.
You mean full tilt angel, the halo, the wings, the whole Megillah.
Yeah, well, actually, I don't have my wings yet. I'm sort of on probation right now.
Me too. Well, gents, I've heard some good ones, but this one tops them all.
Hey, we're telling you the truth.
Well, if you believe that, furball, then you got more birds sitting in your antenna than anyone I've ever met. I'll see you boys around.
Look, what do we have to do to convince you?
Make me fly, angel. I love it.
No.
Excuse me.
You're excused?
I'm Professor Rudolph Hinkeldorf. This is my brother, Henry.
Charmed, I'm sure. How may I be of service to you, gentlemen?
We have a very old book. It's been in our family for almost 200 years.
Yes, and now we've fallen on hard times, and we're forced to sell it. It is our understanding that you do sell books on consignment?
That is correct.
Well, that's what we wish to do, then. We wish to place this book here on consignment. Say, it's awfully warm in here, isn't it?
Yes, I keep it that way. It reminds me of home.
Ah. Where were you born, in a steam bath?
A droll sense of humor. May I see the book, please?
Oh, yes, of course. It's right here in this briefcase.
What kind of book is it?
It's a very old, rare copy of the Holy Bible. Or is there something wrong?
It's a splinter in my finger. Now, if you gentlemen will sign the standard agreement.
Oh, not so fast, Mr. Stone. Look, before we leave this very valuable book here, we have to make certain it's safe, that you have the proper security precautions.
Professor, let me assure you on that count, you have nothing to worry about. Follow me. As you can see, these are the safe deposit boxes where our rare books and documents are kept. In the unlikely event that the vault is broken into, the doors of the store lock automatically and the police are summoned by a silent alarm. Gentlemen, we are impregnable.
Sounds safe to me, Henry.
I don't know, brother. I think we should think on it.
I understand.
We'll be in touch.
My pleasure, gentlemen.
It must be static electricity.
Yes, I suppose.
Good day, Mr. Stone.
Are you sure there isn't a little devil in you, my friend? You were very good back there.
CJ, I just don't see how this thing is going to work. I mean, the man's shrewd. How are you going to con him out of that contract?
I'm not. We're going to steal it. Or more correctly, you're going to steal it.
He's an angel. He can't steal.
Oh, well, if he can't, I'd get used to shoveling coal if I were you.
Look, CJ, I'm not a safe cracker.
Well, you don't have to be. Oh, this is going to be so elegant. We're going to need some help, but that's okay, because I got some friends owe me a favor or two, and they'll work out fine as the attendants and the linemen.
What attendance? What are you talking about?
All in good time, Pilgrim, all in good time. Mark, can you describe that document and the seal to me? I mean, precisely.
Are you kidding? I'll never forget it.
Because that's the first step. Now, I have this other friend, a forger, and he'll make up a duplicate of the document you signed.
Why?
Because it's elegant, that's why. The elegant con is the one where the sucker never knows that he's been taken. Now, you, dear brother Henry, will agree to place your Bible inside the safety deposit box. But once inside the vault, much to my horror, you will suffer a heart attack. Ambulance attendants will be called, my friends, of course, and once alone in the vault, they'll pop open the safety deposit box, pull out the real contract, and replace it with the phony, so if Stone does check, he won't find a thing missing. It's simple to the point and elegant. What do you think?
I think it's still stealing.
Oh, well, it's either that or you buy your friend here some asbestos underwear.
I suppose you're right, then.
Well, my dears, I've got places to go, people to meet, arrangements to be made. I'm gonna miss being a crook when I go straight. Isn't this fun?
Yeah, peachy.
Professor Hinkledorf, have you made a decision?
Oh, I sure have. And you can forget about the Hinkledorf. The name is C.J. Barabbas. I know who you are, Stone, and I know who you work for.
Do you indeed?
Yes, and I know that you hold a promissory note for the soul of one Mark Gordon.
You are well informed.
If the other side won't make a deal, I figure you guys will.
I'm not sure I understand you.
Well, I want to guarantee that I get a cushy spot down there, like you got.
Well, yes, we're always open to propositions. What do you have to offer?
Oh, something will be worth a lot more to your boss than the soul of Mark Gordon.
And what is that?
The soul of Jonathan Smith.
Jonathan Smith?
Yes. The soul of an angel.
I'll be right back.
Look, the way I figure it, there was just no way I was going to get to go to heaven. I mean, there was just no way. So I figure I'd do you guys a little favor. Maybe you can do me one.
Such as?
Well, a softer gig, if you catch my meaning. Maybe someplace isn't quite so hot. Maybe a nice office job with air conditioning. I mean, from what I hear, your boss can play rough when he wants to.
He certainly can. Isn't that right, Beelzebub? Used to be my superior till he fouled up once too often.
Right. Well, what I had in mind was, I know this cop, see? Well, I just don't know him. I mean, I'm his stoolie on occasion.
Oh, you are despicable.
Yeah, I know. Well, so anyway, what I'll do is I'll bring him down here, and I'll tip him to the whole thing. He sets a trap, and bingo, the cops catch an angel red-handed in a robbery in progress. It's grand larceny.
Yeah. Absolutely sets my blood pulsing.
And you think the big guy upstairs is going to come to the rescue of an angel who's committed a crime?
Of course not. He's so square. And the angel's soul?
I'm coming to that. This guy Gordon's his best friend. Well, with the big guy out of the picture, you give Smith a chance to save his buddy, his soul for Gordon's. Pretty good, huh?
It's not good at all. Absolutely wicked. CJ, you have a future with us.
Lieutenant Yablonsky, 23rd Precinct, Mr. Stone.
It's a pleasure, I'm sure.
Mr. Stone, I want to thank you. We really appreciate your cooperation in this matter.
Anything I can do to help the cause of law and order.
Right. Now, we have to let this Smith character actually commit the robbery. We want to catch him with the goods on him so that we can be sure of a conviction.
I understand.
Now, I'll be right here pretending to be a customer. We'll have another plainclothesman in the store as well, so you'll be fully protected. What stinks in here? Smells like sulfur.
It's my aftershave.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, we'll have 2 unmarked units outside and some black and white backup units around the corner, so there'll be no danger to you, just in case the Smith guy is armed.
Oh, he won't be armed.
Hey, you never can tell.
Trust me, Lieutenant. For a crook, this guy's an angel.
Jonathan, I am worried about this. It really is stealing, you know?
Know what it is. I can't let him take you.
Yeah, well, what do you think the boss is going to say?
Everything's all set, Pilgrims. How we do it?
I'm ready.
CJ, forget it. It's off.
No, it isn't. It's on.
Hey, Mark, we made a deal. I mean, a deal's a deal, right? I mean, an angel can't go back on his word. It wouldn't be right. Right?
He's right. Let's go.
Unit 1, Yablonsky.
Yablonsky here.
Unit 1 in position, Lieutenant. Telephone repair truck just pulled around back.
He's one of the gang. You keep him under surveillance, but don't make a move.
My, you certainly are authoritative, aren't you?
You got it.
Let him do this. I can't.
Here they come.
Ah, gentlemen, have you made your decision?
Yes, we have. We decided to go ahead and trust you.
A wise choice, I'm sure.
Oh, no doubt. I've convinced my brother that you are a man who can keep his word.
You won't be disappointed. Follow me, gentlemen.
What's that guy doing here?
He'll blow the whole setup. Let's grab him.
Freeze!
I'll open the box.
Thank you.
Here you are.
I beg your pardon.
It's a sinus problem.
Henry. Henry, what's wrong?
My heart.
Quick, call an ambulance. I'll start CPR on my brother.
Yes, of course.
That was very good.
I just hope he likes it.
Emergency. The Cherokee bookstore near the corner. He's had a heart attack. Please hurry. Don't worry, sir. We'll have a unit dispatched at once. Thank hell you're here.
Where is he?
In the back, in the vault, downstairs.
Okay, Voigtlander, bust the lineman.
So far, so good. Jonathan, are you all right?
I'm just praying.
All right, let's do it.
How is he?
I don't think he's gonna make it.
That's it, Unit 4. Close in. Freeze! Put your hands on your head. Okay, Smith. Get up nice and slow. Game's over.
You lying creep.
Hey, is he in on this too?
No, you can let him go. There are other things in store for him tonight. He's just a dupe.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Here it is. You're under arrest. Cuff him. So this is what all the fuss is about.
I'll take that if you don't mind, Lieutenant.
I'm afraid not. It's evidence.
I beg your pardon? That's mine. He tried to steal it.
I know that, but it's evidence. You'll get it back after the trial.
But you don't understand. I need that document tonight.
Like I said, Mr. Stone, it's evidence.
Lieutenant, may I speak with you inside? It's very important.
All right, but just for a second, I've got a lot of paperwork to do on these guys tonight.
Now, Lieutenant, this is a fake document. Why don't you take this one and leave the real one with me?
I'm afraid that's impossible.
But you don't understand. I need that document for a transaction tonight. You can use the false one for evidence. Nobody will know, except you and me. It's worth a great deal to me, Lieutenant. A very great deal.
I don't know.
Well, it's Halloween. Buy the kids something special for trick or treat.
I really shouldn't. I could lose my job. And Christmas is coming.
Christmas?
Something wrong?
No, it's a speech impediment. I have a sibilant S. Well, Lieutenant, why quibble? Here, take this and stuff it up your stocking. Lieutenant, if I don't get that document, I'll lose my job. And believe me, My employer can be more severe than yours.
Well, like you said, it's rightfully yours. Okay. You'll have to come down for a statement too, CJ. All right, boys, let's go.
Oh, Mr. Gordon. Take my advice. Don't run. It's a waste of time. And remember, at the stroke of midnight, we have an appointment with my employer. Of course, you can run, but as they say, you can't hide. Happy Halloween, big fella. Oh, Master, my Master. How good to see you again. Did you have a nice trip?
Have you got it?
Have I got it, oh Master? Have I ever let you down? What a question. Is it hot in Hades? Of course I haven't. Here.
Very good stone. All this and an angel. You'll get your horns for this stone.
My horns.
Come. It's almost time. Get me a cab.
A cab, Master?
Yes. I like to look at the sea on Halloween. After all, it is my night. Wow!
You're right. What a card! What a sense of humor!
Just get the cab.
Yes, of course, Master.
Never mind the fare. Just let me get out of here.
Trick or treat.
Not a very homey-looking place. It would appear you travel late, Mr. Gordon. All the better. I assume you know why we're here.
We both know why you're here.
Ah, Mr. Smith. What a pleasure.
Sorry, I just can't say the same.
Really? We have a few seconds before midnight. Still enough time to bargain.
What does that mean?
You've lived your life, and for what? In your hour of need, he let you down.
No, he didn't let me down. We let ourselves down.
Oh, angelic. Your soul for your friends here. Just sign under his name.
Jonathan, don't listen to him. Don't do it.
Quiet, you.
Jonathan, you're on probation. You've been at it for a long time. I mean, don't blow it now.
Only a few seconds left, Smith, to make up your mind. Your friend here, your best friend, I'm going to make it miserable for him. For you, we could get you a nice position in public relations. Just a few more ticks.
Jonathan, don't do it.
I can't let him take you.
You have to.
I can't. It's my fault you're into this. All right, you made a deal, son.
Splendid. Read it to him, Stone. I said, read it to him.
I don't understand.
What does the contract say? Read it.
Trick or treat.
Trick or treat?
Excuse me. Did I hear trick or treat?
I don't understand. He stole the contract. He and his men were in the vault and stole it.
I beg your pardon. While Mr. Smith was praying, he thought we stole it. But my guys are going straight now. They wouldn't steal. You, Mr. Stone, gave us the real contract. He didn't actually give it to us. Sweetest con I ever worked.
That's right, Mr. Stone. I gave you the fake, but you paid me to take the real contract.
You paid him to take it?
I didn't know.
Here's the real one.
You know, it's like they say, you can't cheat an honest man. And since you don't have a contract, you don't have a deal.
To me, it's mine. This will not be the last time our paths cross, Mr. Smith. I promise you.
Master, I'll make it up to you, I swear. Shall I call you a cat?
We did it! We beat the devil!
Master, please, I'll make it up to you, I promise. I'll do anything, anything at all.
I'll make it up to you. I'll make it up to you. What a wimp.
Master, please.
You think I was going to give you your horns? Perhaps I'll give you a tail instead.
A tail? A tail would be perfect. Anything you say.
Yes. Anything I say.